yes, we are still on the floor. Hopefully, I will have a tripod by Saturday. Because on Saturday, it's Dewey's 24-hour readathon. Nova is very jealous that I'm talking to someone who isn't her, so she might sneak in and out of the video. So this will be my 5th 24-hour readathon. Hi, Nova. Yes, I love you more than them, I promise. So I'm a total pro at this by now, and you probably are too, so I'm not going to explain how the readathon works. If I am the first person you've ever heard talk about Dewey's 24-hour readathon, congratulations, I am flattered, and check out the link in the description to their website. So let's talk about my TBR. I have my books divided into 4 categories, but 2 of those categories only have 1 book each in them. The first category is stuff that I will read while I am co-moderating. So I am doing, for the first 2 hours of the readathon, I'm co-moderating the Goodreads group. So I'll be posting discussion questions and talking with all the lovely people who are there. Hey, you should be one of the lovely people who is there. So I want to be reading something on my computer so that I can switch back and forth between Goodreads and my Kindle more easily, as opposed to switching between like my computer and a physical book. And so for that, I'm going to be reading Sorcerer of the Wild Deeps by Kai Ashante Wilson. This is a novella, shouldn't take me too long, like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. On the other hand, I will be stopping to talk, so maybe a little bit longer. And then when I finish that, the one book that I really do want to get read this readathon is Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. I've heard this name pronounced many different ways, because I'm going to meet her at YALLFest, where I will hopefully learn how to pronounce her last name. This isn't the shortest book that's ever existed, which is normally what people go for in readathons. However, it does have like really short chapters. All of the chapters, I think, are like 2 pages long, and it's switching POV a lot. So that should help keep the pace up. And then the next category is short things. These are things that I can read in 1 or 2 hours, and 2 of them are actually things that I've read for previous readathons. The first one is Kissing the Witch by Emma Donoghue. This is a collection of feminist fairy tales, retellings of fairy tales in a feminist way, and sometimes in a lesbian way, and I read it, I think, last October, and it was so good. It also looks kind of long, but like the font is giant, so there's not a lot of words per page. And it's short stories, which I've already read, so if any of them feel like they're dragging, I can just skip it and move on to the next. The next one is one that I read during my very first readathon, and that is Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. This is a graphic novel, or it's a collection of 5 graphic short stories, which are gorgeous, and kind of spooktacular for the approaching Halloweeniness. And then the last one, it's also a graphic novel, and I hauled it recently. It's The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil. And then the last category is full novels. So the first one I have is Midwinter Blood by Marcus Sedgwick. Then we have Cold Comfort Farm by Stella Gibbons. The Drowning Tree by Carol Goodman. And yes, it's true, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So my plan of action is when I finish Salt to the Sea, I'm going to see what time it is. I really don't know how long it's going to take me to get through that. So if I feel like I'm coming to the end of my readathon experience, then I will just quickly get through one of my short options. Or if I'm still going strong, I will pick up one of the full novels and probably not finish it. But, you know, at least get a good way through. And of course, I will be listening to an audiobook. I'm currently working on The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, and I might finish it before the readathon. I'm like 70% of the way through at this point, I think. But I'm not allowed to start the second one, The Dream Thieves, because my mom is going to read The Raven Boys, and then we're going to listen to The Dream Thieves on our way down to YALLFest. It's like a 9-hour drive to meet Maggie. So I will see you guys at the readathon. If you have made a TBR in either a blog post or a video, I'm really interested in seeing that. I like to get recommendations for things you can get through quickly. So leave a link to that in the comments. And also, if you do readathon, let me know how like hardcore you go, because I started out trying to do the full 24-hour super hardcore, and now I'm like, nah. The readathon is 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. for me, so I can usually start on time. In fact, this year I have to start on time because I'm co-moderating, and then I just go to bed like a little bit later than I normally would. Basically, I treat the readathon as an excuse to not do laundry.